Am I in the lobby?
Happy Thursday, everyone. We are here live. It is Behavior Corner. My name is Barb. I'm the founder of behaviorcorner.com and the facilitator of this group. Tonight, we are talking about a lot of concerns that you guys have mentioned with your kids, some of the most popular issues. You ready? Sleep, focus, anger, stress, staying calm, even impulsive actions and positive emotions. Whoa. And yes, I have a cold. Woke up with that this morning. That's a nice treat. So when I excuse myself to grab a drink of water or I'm coughing in your ear, you'll know why. Thankfully, though, I'm not going to be the only one talking tonight. And we're going to get to that in a minute. So tonight you may have seen all of the advertisements. We are talking about how to use essential oils with our children and how those oils could be combined with a lot of what we spend time talking about. Building behavior plans, communicating with them, laying down a positive foundation, supporting each other, and creating positive behaviors. Essential oils can be brought in to help that process get better naturally. And I tell you, myself, I use oils. I actually just recently started becoming more interested in this. Lavender for sleep is awesome. Stress away for helping me get through craziness at work, even better. So I myself have been dabbling a little bit and I've been happy with the results. And just today, we had a member in our closed group comment that she uses oils with her kids and they're so effective that her kids are even now asking to use them themselves because they like the results. It's helping to improve their lives. So how could I not share this awesome information with my audience? Because remember, we focus on what works to help kids' behaviors. So without further ado, I do have a guest with me tonight. Her name is Heather. I'm going to bring her on. Bear with me, you know how I am with technical stuff. There she is. She is a distributor from Young Living. Hello, Heather.
Hey.
Hello. I'm so glad you're here.
I was trying to watch the live, but it's frozen on my phone. So you'll just have to let me know when I'm on or not.
I will switch over to that myself just to check things out and make sure we're doing a correct feed here. But why don't you go ahead? I know you are the oil guru. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm sure that I've missed a few things.
Oh, you're just fine. My name's Heather Monroe, and I've been using essential oils for about 4 years now, but only sharing it for others for about a year. But I've really enjoyed it. I use oils every day in so many different aspects. So what are essential oils? Well, they are plants or plant parts that have healing benefits. Oh, I see you.
I found it. Keep going.
Good. It's kind of nature's way of helping us along, which is amazing thought. And then I always think about the history of essential oils and all the things that our ancestors used to use for them and their benefits. And I just think it's an amazing and interesting topic.
That's really true. I mean, I never thought that our ancestors couldn't just go to the doctor and get an antibiotic.
No. So it's really interesting. There's so many stories that you can read about what they used for. And I don't know, it's just interesting.
Right. Huh. I'm going to have to look into that too.
Yeah. And one more thing you can look into is that Young Living is the company I work for. They have a seed to seal procedure. So they have really good quality oils. They're therapeutic grade. They have their own farms, their own distilleries, and they have a process where they call it seed to seal because they monitor the seeds that are planted all the way to the bottle that it's sealed into. And there's a website that's called seedtoseal.com. So you have to visit that out and read all about the process. It's amazing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And I thought of a question. I was curious as you were talking, and now I can't remember what it is. So we might have to revisit that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It comes
I
back
think
to
it's
you.
my cold talk. Yes. Yes, that is very interesting. Well, I mentioned to our audience that I use an oil, and I'm actually going to put the picture up right now.
Mhm.
And I'm going to try to make it the only picture on the screen. So here we go. I use lavender because I like the way it smells, but also I know it's supposed to be helpful with improving sleep. And even when I'm in the grocery store, I see lavender, or sometimes in different types of or times of year, I see lavender bunches. So I don't know. I don't know what your take is on lavender, but it is something that I'm interested in.
Yeah, I love lavender. It's one of the first oils that Gary Young, the owner of Young Living, ever distilled. It helps you with relaxing, helps with stress, calms your mind and body so you can have a restful sleep. It can promote positive emotions and help keep kids calm and cooperative. I like to diffuse this oil at nighttime, nice calming atmosphere, and get you ready for bed. And it's a really gentle oil too because it's really good for kids or even adults, and you don't have to worry about too much diluting with carrier oil, which I'll tell you about carrier oil soon too.
Yeah, you say that, and I remember thinking, oh, wow, what do I have to dilute this with? And really, I don't. I can just put it on the way it is.
Yeah, yep, yep. It's a really gentle oil. I like this one.
So that's really good. And you said about calming. I think even just in my brain, when I smell it, I feel calmer because I know that's what it's supposed to do. And I don't know about anyone else, but having calm children is really good.
Yes, yes. I love it.
Good. All right,
Sure.
cool. And I know there's another oil that you highly recommend for us parents. What is it?
Frankincense. This
Oh,
is used for so many things, and I know that we're talking mostly for like calming and relaxation.
yeah.
But with frankincense, there's like 10,000 different uses you can use for this, and it's
I feel
amazing.
like I've heard of this as an ancient oil and an oil that is like a cure-all, but I don't know if that's a myth or not. Maybe you can clear that up for me.
Yes, yes, it has so many benefits. I feel like when I'm making different blends of oils, this one is always going in. I just love this one. And I think this oil was given to baby Jesus, the frankincense and myrrh. I'm like, this got to be special. Yeah, I'm like, if it's given to baby Jesus, I want it. So,
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Of course. Yes,
yeah,
please.
yeah. So frankincense, it has the power in supporting restful sleep, calming and relaxing the mind, keeping emotions grounded during life situations, ideal oil for prayer and meditation. And this is also a really gentle oil. You don't have to worry about sensitivity to your skin or irritation. So really awesome.
So I could probably mix it with my lavender and get like a double good night sleep.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have my own little blend roller ball that I made in a little
Yeah.
bottle, like all these calming oils all in one, and I'm like
Yeah.
rubbing it on before I go to sleep.
I love it. I love it. I may try that with my kiddos.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be talking about this specific oil tonight, but thieves, which I know is good for health. Whenever Jonathan is sick, he says, "Can you rub the fireball on my feet?" And it's the diluted oil in the roller ball, and so kids definitely love it. And I'm hearing frankincense and lavender are very gentle, so
Mhm.
they could easily be used with both adults and kids, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And you said you're getting a cold, so you better get that thieves going.
I know. I'm surprised I'm not coughing yet. I almost kicked my water over though, so I got to be careful.
Yeah.
All
Uh,
right.
so
What
this
is
next Yes, this next oil I really love. It's vetiver. It's a root oil, so it's distilled from the root. And when you're dealing with anything from the root, it has such a calming effect. So if
Oh,
you ever hear about any other oils that are rooted, you'll know that it's gonna be calming and grounding for you. But this is a great oil for kids because it helps with focus, paying attention in school, being obedient and respectful to authorities, and calms the nerves and emotions. And this is also a gentle oil, so great for kids.
I'm so glad that you pronounced that name because when I saw this, I'm like, I have no idea how to pronounce it. I could try, but I'd probably butcher it. So I'm glad you did it.
Oh, there's many I can't say. So,
Well, this one was good. I actually work with a student. A lot of you know I'm employed in a school system, and oils are becoming more popular. So we do have a student who uses oils regularly during the day, and they are meant to help him with his behavior and focus and calming. And his parents have seen a difference. His teachers are pleased. So when you were talking about focus and calming, like it just makes me wonder if this is one of the oils that he uses.
yes, I believe it would be. It's a really good one.
Yeah. So for all of you parents out there wondering if oils can be used in school, yes, they can. You just have to work through your school nurse. And then I know in our school we have to have certain paperwork signed, but it's really not a big process at all. And if you want your child using oils during the day, it's definitely a possibility because as we just heard, there are some that can help benefit positive behaviors at school, which is a big concern for a lot of us. Sometimes I have some concerns about that too.
Yes. Yes.
I'm actually excited for what's waiting for us down the road. Hint, hint, it's going to be the focus roller, a whole bunch of goodness in one area to help with focus. All
Yeah.
right. I have, let's see, cedarwood. Is that what's next on your list? I'm taking a guess.
Yep, that's on my list.
Awesome.
This
All right.
is
Got
from the
it.
cedar tree. So if
Go.
this reduces tension and stress and it helps with overactiveness and controls the impulsive behavior, helps get you through any disappointment times, and this oils can also help kids with any sleep problems. So another relaxing grounding oil for you.
That's amazing. And I like how we've been able to hone in on the calming oils because so much of what we do with our kids to improve their behaviors goes back to being able to regulate their emotions and to still be able to make choices when life may not be going their way. So
Yeah.
how can we help them calm themselves and how can we help them be able to keep our brains online? I know some people who watch my videos regularly have heard me say that when emotions run high, our brains kind of go offline, they stop processing, and the logical decision making kind of goes away. So if we're able to use these oils, it could help with that. Am I correct?
Yes, and that kind of leads into my next oil as well. So
Great.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to bring it up for you.
Okay,
Go ahead.
the one I have next is rosemary, and it helps with clear thinking. So just like you were saying, it's
Yeah,
great.
wonderful that was set up, and that wasn't even the plan, guys. I told Heather that even though, like, I have an agenda, I sometimes just talk to you. So here we are, rosemary, perfect.
Rosemary, there we go. Yeah, it's great for supporting good memory, clear thinking, obedient attitude, a calm demeanor, and when you have clear thinking in a child, it just makes them more happy and content. This oil is a little bit more stronger and more like sensitive to the skin, so you definitely want to add a carrier oil to this and dilute it. But it's really worth it. I really love the rosemary, and like all these oils, there's so much multiple benefits for them. But this is what we're talking about: is the calming and relaxing. So rosemary's is great for clear thinking.
That's amazing. And I know you've been mentioning carrier oil, and honestly, for a while, I wasn't quite sure what that meant. And then once it was Heather who clarified that for me and how to use carrier oil, it was so easy. So that's good too. I know you're probably getting to that, but I want to reassure everyone that it's really not a big deal at all. It takes like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and it makes sure your oils last longer. So it's great.
Absolutely. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have Roman chamomile. And I've only heard of chamomile before because like chamomile tea. But I've never heard of Roman chamomile, so I am intrigued.
Yes, and whenever you look this up, no matter where you research it all over the web in books or whatever, it says this one's good for kids and good for infants. It's so gentle. And it can help relieve nervous stress, restlessness. It's very calming for the body and mind. And again, it helps with sleep because of the relaxing benefits. So that's
I
Roman
need to get
chamomile.
some of these oils.
What did you say? You're kind of frozen.
Oh, sorry. I need to get some of these oils.
Yeah, they're so amazing. I picked the 6 oils that I felt that really stuck out to me with the most calming and the most that would help benefit these children. So
Okay, yeah, and like you said, this one, Roman chamomile, it can be used on infants.
yeah, and all oils really can as long as it's diluted properly. But yeah, infants for sure
Oh,
dilute more than you would ever do a
okay,
child. So, yeah.
all right, good. That's really impressive. And I can tell my screen's still frozen, but you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, but your screen is frozen.
Okay. Well, right now we've got Roman chamomile up there for you guys to see, and I'm just checking comments. We've got a few people that liked us. I know Sally said that she's going to be catching us on the replay. So all of you guys, even though I'm frozen, I don't need to be on the screen for this one. We are talking about ways to help calm your kids, how to help in times of anger, sleep issues. We're talking about impulsive decision making. We're talking about positive emotions and how to help your kids focus in natural ways. And I know it's something I didn't say earlier, but along the lines of oils being in schools, it's just nice and it's refreshing in a way to have or to see parents who aren't jumping immediately to pharmaceuticals. So we're not giving our kids these drugs. Instead, we're trying natural approaches. We're trying to help regulate behaviors. So to me, this is really refreshing.
Yes, it's so nice to know that the nature out there is actually helping us. I think it's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So I do have another question for you. I'm actually going to try something since my screen is frozen and my audience knows that technical things happen to me all the time. So right now, we just have
Can you
Roman
see me?
chamomile on the screen. Let me see. Oh, actually, nope, I'm still frozen. This
Am
is
I
great.
frozen at all?
No, you're doing great.
Okay, good.
Your internet connection must be better than mine. So to hold my placeholder, I'm going to put lavender up there because
Yes, Oh, I don't hear you at all anymore. You're gone.
All right, how about that?
It
Hello.
is quiet.
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, I just tried
How
something
did you
when I
do
was trying. Yes, I was trying to replace my face with lavender, and then I figured out how to unfreeze my face. So here we go. My question for you, though, and I'm just going to bring up the two of us here. My question for you is, now I'm going to do it that way. How can parents, in addition to, you said, using the roller ball and putting the oil in that way, or even using a carrier oil for like rosemary, how else could they use these oils with their kids?
Yeah, well, there's 3 ways to use these oils, and I have that on my list, but we can jump to that if you'd like. But you can do it for eternal use, and you can put it on topically, or you can do aromatically. And it's amazing because it takes 22 seconds to get to the brain, and 2 minutes to get to the bloodstream, and 20 minutes to every cell.
Wow. I do remember posting that picture. Yes.
Yeah, I just think that's amazing because when you put your oils on, you want them to start to work for you.
Right. And you know what? I do remember reading about how there's different ways to use the oils with kids. And honestly, I'm going to put a picture up here. I thought the ways that you listed were only for the oils specifically made for kids. So you guys right now see the picture on your screen called Your Little Ones. So that's really good to know that even if you're not using the little, what are these actually called? Make your kid scents. If you're not using kid scents, you could still use the other oils and it could be in the same way.
Oh yeah, you can, as long as they're diluted properly. The kids' oils are already diluted, and so they're just all ready to go.
Oh,
So
that is so interesting. I didn't know that either. Guys, I told you I'm new to this. I'm so excited to be learning.
yeah, they're really nice, and they're a blend oil. So the kids' scents oils have like multiple oils in one. Like we just talked about these single oils just barely, but imagine bringing a whole bunch of oils into one bottle. And so that's what these are, which are amazing. They're blends.
Sure. And when I read your list, I was like, oh my gosh, these oils, they have the cutest names. I just want to buy them because of their names.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So go ahead. What one should we start with?
Let's keep going with the focus. So we're gonna go to Genius.
Oh yes, I want to be a genius. I want to use this.
Yes, this is good to roll on your kids when you're like if they're heading out to school or working on a project. I don't know if you can. I don't know, is the picture up or can they see me?
They can see you. What would you like?
I was gonna show them that you can easily put.
I will make you the only person on the screen. You got it.
Okay. There is these kid sense oils just like this, and I put a roller bottle on top, so it's so nice to use. So like I can grab this little guy right here, and I could just like roll it on him, and he's ready to go. So it's amazing. I love the rollers. It's so easy. Okay,
yeah,
so
in a few seconds, or what'd you say, 2 minutes? It's in his bloodstream.
Yeah, yep. And the best place to apply these oils are on the feet because you have nerve endings going right to your feet that connect to your whole body. So it's going to go where it needs to go. So that's the best place. But I'm jumping ahead. So Genius. Okay. Yeah, it helps you stay on task. So I guess I need that oil right now. And focus and concentration, and it blocks out those distractions. So that's so nice. And its ingredient list is really long, but it has sacred frankincense, blue cypress, cedarwood, Idaho blue spruce, Palo Santo, Melissa, northern blue light spruce, sweet almond, bergamot, myrrh, vetiver, geranium, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, yang yang, hyssop, coriander, and rose. So it has all those oils in that one bottle.
Wow, and they're all natural.
Yep, all natural. So that's super, super awesome. Yeah. So the next oil I have for kids is Sleepies. So it's common sense kind of oils, these names, right? So is this good for sleep? It helps our kids' minds and bodies relax and get to a incredible rest when they sleep. So we have lavender in that, and geranium, Roman chamomile, tangerine, bergamot, sacred frankincense, valerian, and rue. So all those. So
that's good. And sleep, it's just so important for kids because without sleep, they get sick. They have a hard time focusing. They're more defiant. So sleep is definitely at the core foundation for childhood development, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. That's right. I use
sleep for that.
All right, then we have 3 more. There's one that's called Tummy Jize for that tummy discomfort.
Hi, Jared.
This is called Life.
Yes, right, it is. And you have to roll with it. Yeah, it happens a lot. I understand.
Yeah, I told them all what I was doing, but it is what it is.
I know. It is. It's all good. We're parents here. You go with it.
Yeah, this is the Tummy Jize is the blend that calms the body and smooths the tummy, and so you'll rub this oil right on the tummy. So that's so nice. The kids love that one, and I always see a relief from the kids when they use that one.
And I wonder if one of our members in our closed group, if that's the oil she was talking about. She said, I don't know if you saw her comment, but she said, it works for my kids, and they're starting to ask for it themselves when they need it because it works so well. So I'll have to find out exactly which oil she's talking about, but that one would make sense. And I love the name.
Yeah, it's awesome. Even Lana, my little girl, just comes and grabs them when she wants to. It's all natural. I don't really have to worry about it,
Well, that's a good point too. It's not like medication. It's not like, oh yeah, grab this, or you have to worry about putting it up or putting it away. Like it's natural. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the next one is Owie for those scrapes and cuts. And also it helps with the healing process, keeps things clean and smooths the skin. So that has Idaho balsam fir, tea tree, helichrysum, LMI, citrus. I don't know how to say this one, hinakoi, and clove.
That's better than I could do.
Yep. I don't know. There's over 300 essential oils, so there's going to be some I just not going to be able to say. That's what it is. Yeah, so one more is called Sniffle Ease, and this is so nice when it's this time of year because it helps with the sinuses and respiratory. So you want to have better breathing, and also helps with the immune system. So
I need that.
yeah, rub that on your chest and you breathe it in, and
I'm coughing.
Yeah, definitely. It promotes. I already told you what it was for. So we have the eucalyptus blue in it, and the Palo Centro, lavender. Here's another one I can't say. Dorador Azul.
Hey, it sounded really good. Very convincing.
Yes. Ravensara, myrtle, majorium, pine, cypress, blue spruce, and peppermint. So those are the kids' oils.
That's great. And I know we already talked a little bit. I just want to make sure I gave you a chance to say what you wanted to say about uses. They can be used. Some of them can be ingested, but not all. And then also topical application.
Yeah, there is a few things I wanted to highlight there still. Internal use, there is a vitality line that Young Living has. So I just wanted to show you a difference here, if you can see that. One has a white label and one has a green label. The white is vitality. There goes my little boy pulling my computer. Okay, so the white label is for vitality line, which just means it's great to ingest. And it makes it easy because then you can be like, oh yeah, when you look things up, that has a white label, so yeah, I can take that internally. It just makes it really easy. And it's FDA regulated, so like FDA came in and said, well, you can't have an oil that you can ingest and put on your skin. It's just, you can't do that. You have to label them differently. So even if they're the same exact ingredient, same exact oil, there's just two labels because FDA says that's the law. So we got to follow the law. But that's the difference, just like that. But the oils that we did talk about today, you can ingest lavender, frankincense, and rosemary. And all the kid scent oils, though, you want to just stick to topically and aromically. But if you decide to ingest, you can put your oils in a capsule or put in your food or drink or under your tongue. And those are the three ways you can ingest it.
Okay. I learned a lot. I didn't know a lot of what you were sharing with us. And what you just said triggered my earlier question of, Nicole says hi. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
You mentioned just now a phrase, therapeutic grade, which then triggered me because I remember a few weeks back I said, well, what's the difference if I got a bottle of lavender, say off of Amazon or at the grocery store, compared to getting it from Young Living? And you had a really good answer for me. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. It's a common question because you can go to the store and you're like, oh, $5 for lavender. That's an awesome deal. I'm gonna get that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It says 100% pure. I mean, we're good to go. But the thing is that essential oils are not regulated, and and they can say what they want on their labels. They have synthetic ingredients in them, chemicals, carrier oils, and I think, well, if I'm going to buy an essential oil, I need to know my company. I'm going to know how they're doing. There's, they have that seed to seal promise that what you're getting is pure and nothing else is in it. And I don't want to buy essential oils for my health if I'm getting synthetics and chemicals, and you can't ingest the store-bought oils because that's not good for your body, all those extra ingredients that are not labeled on that bottle. And
right.
You really have to do your research when essential oils are not regulated the way they need to. You really have to do your research on the companies you get them from.
Yeah, I didn't know that before talking to you. Like, you're just throwing your money away. And if any of you know me well, you know I'm big on organics and not having chemicals in my home. So I definitely don't want to go and see that $5 bottle of oil and think, oh, this is great. And now I'm putting chemicals into my bloodstream. Like, please don't do that to your kids. Don't do that to your.
Yeah, definitely. You want to know where your essential oils are coming from.
Right, right. All right. We are at the half-hour mark. But before we go, this is like something I'm super intrigued by. So I'm hoping, Heather, you can give us a little bit of insight on the focus roller.
Yes, this is such a common roller. I mean, I've heard this so many different times, but you can get a roller ball just like that picture. I have one like right here, the little bottle and the little roller.
You can get those from Amazon. That's okay.
Yeah. I get so many accessories for essential oils right on Amazon.
And you know what? Show that again because you weren't on the screen. So go ahead and show that again.
Yeah, just the bottle and then the roller top that you pop right on. Pops on right there.
Yep.
And then the cap to close it up for you.
Nice.
So there we go.
All right.
But definitely, you add the cedar wood, you add the lavender, and you add vetiver all in the same roller ball, and make sure you add the carrier oil as well. I would do 50-50, but it totally is up to you on how sensitive your skin is. And I always like it a little stronger, but I've dealt with essential oils enough to know how my skin reacts to it. But definitely start slow before starting out. But then you can carry this roller ball around with you, use it in school or where you're at, and it's a good focus roller so your brain can start relaxing and start focusing on what you're working on. So it's really nice to have around.
That's really cool. I might need that for some of the lives because I feel like sometimes I'm scattered, but it's fun.
Yeah, and this is a top I can use. So like you can rub this on your feet, which is a good place, but say you're out in public and you have your shoes on, you can put it on the back of your neck, your ears, your wrists.
Yeah.
Like that. So it's a really good.
Wow.
Good to have around. I'm always carrying roller balls around with me.
Sure. That's really good to remember. I'm just I'm pulling something up. Okay. So yeah, that's something I may want to look into in the future. And again, I'm curious to see what students at school are currently using, to come back and say, oh, is it some cedar wood? Is it the vetiver? Just curious, especially because now this is out there as the focus roller that help improve focus in school, which is something that I know parents have concerns about. And this time of year, especially around me, I just was making a comment. I'll get to that in a second. It's parent conference time. So I'm guessing that some parents are having a conversation with teachers about focus or attention. So it might be something to look into. I don't know, just to help support some of the behavior management strategies.
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing I wanted to add, because I didn't talk about aromatically really quick, but you can carry a bottle around with you and just smell it, because the molecules from the bottle go right to the limbic system of your brain, which controls the emotions of your body. And so if it hits that and starts working with your emotions, it's nice just to have something around to smell. and have a diffuser going or whatever aromatic process you want to go with. But it's just nice to have them around.
It's so crazy you just said that, because Nicole, who's watching, just commented with a question about being able to diffuse this combination of the focus roller. So you're saying that it's possible.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that is really good. You can keep it in your classroom or at home or on their desk while they're doing their homework, wherever.
Sure.
It's best for you. Yeah.
There's a lot of options, and that's great, because in the world of parenting, we want to have those options. We don't always want to jump right to the drug industry to help with our kids' emotions or decision making. Like, they're growing human beings. We don't want to put chemicals into their bodies. I know several kids who benefit from that side of intervention, and sometimes that's necessary, but it is always nice to see some of the behavior planning and now the essential oils coming into play so that we can help raise our kids without those chemicals in their bodies.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I agree.
So it sounds like you might have a mess to clean up.
Yeah, the oils are going on the floor.
Well, I'm just going to show everyone. I'm going to get rid of the focus roller. But right now I have crawling across the screen your Facebook page title, so they can find you that way. I'm also going to put that in the description as well. So they can just click on it. They can go to your page. So you just saw it go by once. Oh, look at that. I'm just reading comments and I'm giggling, so you can check those out when we're done. So you're basically crawling across the screen, and so is the website that they can go visit, earthsmagicessentials.com. And for all of those of you who are watching on the replay, I need the focus roller right now because I'm distracted. Still comment. Even though we're not live, we're going to address your comments, questions. We will have a conversation in the comment thread. And this is going to be up for the life of my fan page. So come back and watch it, share it, all that good stuff. So yes, reach out to Heather if we need any other issues. Any other questions answered, we will reach back out to Heather as well. And I think I'm going to go take care of my cold and get my kiddos in bed, and then maybe be a little more focused tomorrow.
Yes, great. Thank you so much for letting me be on your page. It was awesome.
Of course. I'm so glad to have learned so much. I thought I knew some of what we were talking about tonight, and I've learned even so much more that I can share with families. So it's been very great, and it was a pleasure. So we will talk again soon.
Okay, great. See you later.
All right, goodbye.